Welcome to tonight's Finance Committee meeting for this August the 15th, the year 2022. Before we get into tonight's agenda items, we will have the official swearing in of our new counselor, Pearline Boyardi Craig, being led at this time by Judge Smith.
Let you hold that where it's comfortable for you. Okay. Raise your right hand, please. I, Pearline Boyardi Craig,
I, Pearline Boyardi Craig,
do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
all laws of the State of Oklahoma,
all laws of the State of Oklahoma,
and the Charter and ordinances
and the Charter and ordinances
of the City of Muskogee,
of the City of Muskogee,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma,
And I will not knowingly receive,
and I will not knowingly receive,
directly or
indirectly,
any money or other valuable thing
any money or any valuable thing
for the performance or non-performance
for the performance or non-performance
of any act or duty
of any act or duty
pertaining to my office,
pertaining to my office,
other than the compensation allowed by law.
other than the compensation allowed by law.
I further swear
I further swear
that I will faithfully discharge my duties
that I will faithfully discharge my duties
as a council member, Ward 3
as a council member, Ward 3
of the City of Muskogee
of the City of Muskogee
to the best of my abilities.
to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I can't say that any better. I want to thank Councilman Ivory Van, Councilman Emeritus, I should say, Ivory Van, for having enough faith in me and for naming me as his replacement, as well as the mayor, the other council members, Roy Tucker, Tammy. You guys have just been wonderful. So I thank you for that. And just as I took the pledge, I meant that. And everybody in this room knows me, that I do what I say I'm going to do. And as long as God keeps me usable, I'm going to serve this city, serve this community, and do whatever is necessary in order for us to work together as a team. Thank you. I did want to say this because I was supposed to be at a prayer walk at Cherokee today. And so, you know, school is getting ready to start. So I would like all of us to bow just for a moment of silence for our school. There's a lot of great things that are coming together for the Muskogee Public School System. And I am a proud parent that had a graduate of Muskogee Public School Systems in 1997. And of course, she went on home to be with the Lord. But I love Muskogee Public School Systems, even though I stay in Hilldale. But so I just want everybody to go ahead and bow your heads for a moment of silence for our school kids as they get ready to embark back. Thank you. I guess everybody can go.
No, Councilor Craig, we waiting for your official walk to you.
Oh.
You got time to come to work now.
Okay, well, you know I don't know what I'm doing, so.
Come on.
You feel so stupid.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For those who wish to stay, we will stand at this time for the invocation, followed by the flag salute. Dear Lord, it's once again we just come thanking you and praising you for just giving us the gift of another day. Just thank you for all the blessings that you restored upon us within this day. Ask that you would just look upon our community, most definitely look upon our school system as we get ready to go into another school year. Bless the children, the parents, bless the principals, the teachers, bless the entire staff at all the schools. Just allow them to be safe in perfect peace in your will is our prayer. These are many of our blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Finance Committee agenda item number 1, please.
Consider approval of Finance Committee minutes of August 1, 2022, or take other necessary action.
Reviewing the minutes, are there any corrections or additions to our minutes?
Move for approval. I second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve our minutes. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Perlin Boyati Craig,
Here.
Yes.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery,
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Item number 1 passes. Item number 2, please.
Consider approval of claims for all city departments July 23, 2022 through August 5, 2022, or take other necessary action.
Do we have a report from the Purchasing Committee?
Yes, the purchasing committee did meet this afternoon, and we approved the claims. I move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve our claims list. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Perlin Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds. Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Item number 2 passes. Item number 3, please.
Consider approval of using statewide contract pricing from Clark Equipment Company in the amount of $31,866.82 for the purchase of one Bobcat E20 T4 ZTS compact excavator with attachments for use in the Water Distribution Division, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Reeves?
Mr. Rigney will handle these items number 3 and number 4.
Thank you.
So this is a compact excavator. It's much smaller than the ones that we currently use. It will be used to fit into backyards and alleyways where water lines need to be worked on. It will allow water distribution to shrink its footprint that it makes when they go do a repair. So it will allow them to tear up less grass when they're going through it, since it's going to be so much lighter, which helps us on the manpower end and other divisions in Public Works. It also cuts back on the need to hand dig in tight spaces, so it is beneficial to employee safety as well. And staff recommends approval. Any questions?
Questions for Mr. Rigney?
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Perlin Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Item number 3 passes. Item number 4, please.
Consider approval of Oklahoma State contract pricing from J&R Equipment, LLC of Oklahoma City for the purchase of one current production model of a crane, carriage, chassis, and labor body in the amount of $349,028.17 for the use in the solid waste division, or take other necessary action.
Mr. Rigney?
All right, so this is a budgeted item, as was the last one. I failed to mention that. But this is a budgeted item paid out of the equipment fund for sanitation. This is going to be just like the automated trucks that you see on the road running our residential routes. This just provides us with a fifth one as a backup for when one of the 4 original ones goes to get serviced or may be down for any particular reason. It's important to have that backup truck because right now it only takes one operator to run an automated truck as opposed to a team of 2 or 3 running a semi-automated truck. So this allows us to operate more efficiently with less manpower. This will also allow us to start purchasing our trash trucks in a cycle as opposed to all of them going out at once. We want to avoid that. So by purchasing one at a different time than the originals. It allows us to have extended life through our sanitation division. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, sir. Can you please explain to us when you say manpower? Because I don't want anyone thinking that we're letting people go as far as the different trucks, please.
No, we are not letting anyone go. So what I mean is whenever everybody is aware of the staffing issues that are going on all across the country right now, and it's really hard to find employees, so we have several positions open in sanitation. So that leaves us short employees. So what usually happens is whenever we are short, as in we have people call in sick or on vacation, we will pull from a different division, sometimes environmental control, sometimes streets, or any of the other public works divisions to get sanitation fully staffed, because sanitation does take some precedence as it's a public health and safety matter.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any further questions?
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Pearlie Boyati Craig,
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery,
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Item number 4 passes, and with that passing, that is our final item for our Finance Committee meeting.
Welcome to tonight's Public Works Committee meeting, August 15th of 2022. Before we start the meeting, I would like to introduce Miss Barbara Knightis from USBA.
We have a motion, I think.
It's unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
Yeah, in this instance,
Thank
because
you.
she's making a public comment.
Hi, how are you? So I'm talking about the disaster that happened on May 2nd through May 8th. So the 7 counties that were qualified, including Muskogee. So anybody who had suffered during that timeline can apply from the SBA disaster loans. So for homeowners, we offer low-interest government loans for business of all sizes, homeowners, renters, as well as nonprofit organizations. And this is including places of worship. For home loans, we offer up to $200,000 to repair or replace physical damage, and up to $40,000 for personal property, anything that's inside the home. It has to be your primary residence, and it has to be your primary car. And this is where the renters come in. They can get up to $40,000 as well. For businesses, we offer up to $2 million to repair or replace also physical damage, machinery, inventory, etc. And also we offer up to $2 million for work, whereas it is economic injury disaster loans, which is a working capital loan. So if a business had suffered economic injury or had closed during the timeline May 2nd to May 8th, at least they can recover the losses and regain their business back. And this is also for nonprofits. They can get, for physical damage loans, they can get up to $2 million, again, to repair or replace physical damage, and also the economic injury disaster loans, like I said, the working capital loan. For home loans, we offer up to, for the interest rates, it is low as 1.68%. For businesses, as low as 2.93%, and for nonprofits, as low as 1.87%. They're up to 30 years, these loans. And basically, if you do, this is for homeowners. For homeowners and renters, if you do register for FEMA, and you get, this is how it works. You get referred to us. If we do get denied from us, you do get referred back to FEMA. So that you have to follow the process, at least to get that other needs assistance program. So grant assistance for homeowners and renters. That's why we suggest everybody to see their options and see what is available to them who really do need this assistance. As far as if you don't want the loan at the end of the day you got accepted, you're not obligated to take the loan. It becomes an option. You can reevaluate it again. As far as you just have to apply during the timeline, which is August 29th. It's coming up soon for physical damage loans. And that's the same as FEMA. And for the economic injury disaster loans, it is March 29th of next year. So I just wanted to mention we have mitigation improvements, so it's to help for future damage in the future. And we also have flood, which is relocation. If you're in a flood zone area, for example, and you're suffering every year, flood damage, you can have that option as well. So there's many opportunities for everybody for any issues. There's 3 ways to apply. So it is basically you can apply online, disasterloanassistance.sba.gov. There's also a customer service center, which is 1-800-659-2955. And we also have the disaster recovery center. This is for the one-on-one assistance. You can ask questions or, and also apply there. FEMA is there as well. So they can just go to FEMA and then come to us, whatever, vice versa. And that is at the Harris Job Elementary School at 2809 North Country Road. And hours of operation is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So far, we have loaned over, in all of Oklahoma, over $3 million so far. So I just wanted to give you a little statistic of what's going on. But that's it for me.
Thank you. Do
Thank
we
you
have
for
any
having me.
questions?
Anyone have questions? Yeah.
Do you have any questions? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Item number 1, please.
Consider approval of Public Works Committee minutes of August 1, 2022, or take other necessary action.
Okay, we had time to review the minutes.
Move for approval?
I second it.
Roll call, please.
Perlin Boyati Craig,
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery,
Yes.
Tracy Hoos,
Yes.
Tracy McGee,
Yes.
Stephanie Jones,
Yes.
Alex Reynolds,
Yes.
Jamie Stout,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed,
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
The item passes. Item number 2, please.
Consider approval of the preliminary and final plat of the Woodbine addition or take other necessary action.
Ms. Katrina.
This was a application for the Woodbine addition. It's a single residential development with 1 lot and 1 block. This is the preliminary plat that was submitted. And there's a copy of the final plat that was submitted. These have been approved by Subdivision Review and Planning Commission. The area that you see where it's titled 57 and 58, all the green is agriculturally zoned. This is the area they want to put a single-family residence. And Planning Commission recommended approval and staff recommends approval. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Ms. Katrina? Or do we have a motion?
On this here, it says is this being developed in a flood zone?
No, it is right next to a flood zone.
Okay.
So this is not a flood zone area.
Move for approval.
I'll second it.
Any more questions? Roll call.
Perlin Boyati Craig,
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery,
Yes.
Tracy Hoos,
Yes.
Tracy McGee,
Yes.
Stephanie Jones,
Yes.
Alex Reynolds,
Yes.
Jamie Stout,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed,
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
The motion passes. Item number 2, or item number 3, please.
Consider approval of the preliminary and final plat of Plaza Street Partners subdivision or take other necessary action.
Ms. Katrina.
Thank you. This is a commercial development by Plaza Street Partners for subdivision that consists of 2 lots in 1 block. This is their preliminary plat, which was submitted and approved by the Subdivision Review Committee and by Planning Commission. This is the final plat, which was also approved. In this area, you can see the zoning. It is properly zoned. It's by the Walmart subdivision. And the area it highlighted in green will be 2 lots in 1 block. To the west, by Chick-fil-A, will be a Schlotzky's, and then we will have the other available lot for future development by the owner, and utilities will be accessible in both lots. Planning Commission has approved this, and we are asking for approval. Staff recommends it.
Move for approval.
Second?
Any questions? Roll call.
Perlin Boyati Craig,
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery,
Yes.
Tracy Hoos,
Yes.
Tracy McGee,
Yes.
Stephanie Jones,
Yes.
Alex Reynolds,
Yes.
Jamie Stout,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed,
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
The item passes. Item number 4, please.
Consider approval to enter into an agreement between the City of Muskogee Fire Department and Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms to allow the fire marshals to become a task force officer with the ATF or take other necessary action.
Chief Moore.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the committee. This is just an agreement between the fire marshals, the 2 fire marshals that we currently have, and the ATF. This agreement would allow them federal resources in the event they need some help at any time, any fire that we do have in the city limits. And in return, they would go assist other communities outlying the city of Muskogee. And staff does recommend approval.
We move for approval.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
The item passes. Item number 5, please.
Discuss and take action to create a new employment position within the Code Enforcement Division to be charged with medical marijuana enforcement, inspections, and licensing.
Counselor McGee.
Yes, this is my item. We had talked about this position before, and we also agreed to do it. I think it's time is now, being that we have many coming before us asking for approval. I think that this would help us navigate through the system and allow us to be on top of the enforcement, inspection, and licensing, because we know when we put in the new rule, we didn't really look long enough, because the people that's coming up before us, these people have had their inspections and permits already in place. So you get to dealing with someone did it in 2001 and the change happened in between. And I think we just dropped the ball on a lot of issues. And I think if we get someone in there on top of it, then we won't have that problem and maybe not face litigations. So that's my motion to allow this to happen. I did talk with, I did talk with Roy Tucker. I know that Jennifer did mention that use someone in enforcement right now, but we know that that department is lacking, and I think that we really need someone in that position dedicated to it. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
Item passes. Item number 6, please.
Consider approval of the appointment of Andrea Chancellor to the Historic Preservation Commission to serve a 3-year term, filling the expired term of Melanie Carey, beginning September 1, 2022, and ending August 31, 2025, or take other necessary action.
Counselor Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes, Andrea is a Muskogee girl, lived here her whole life except when she went to college, and lived in Washington, D.C. She's been a journalist. She writes columns now for the Muskogee Phoenix about the history of Muskogee, different topics, and does Muskogee Depot District and Depot Green columns. She does guest columns for the Daily Oklahoman. Anyway, her name immediately came to me. She would be perfect. And
Is that your motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any more discussion? Roll call.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes.
The item passes. We do have a duo citizen to speak, and it's, when I say your name, just come up to the microphone and just state your address and calling Kay. You have 5 minutes.
My name is Annie Kay. This
Oh,
is my
3
son Cullen. We still have to do our address.
Yes,
correct?
please.
217 North 33rd Street.
Hello, my name is Cullen Kay, and I am 8 years old. My birthday is coming Saturday, the 20th of August. For my birthday, I asked my mom if we could do something different. I wanted to celebrate my birthday by cleaning my community. I love Muskogee and want to keep our city clean. I am asking if anyone is able to help picking up trash around your community. I wanted to do this because we only have one Earth, and we have to take care of it or it won't last as long. So I'm asking if anyone wanted to help pick up trash. That we will be starting this Saturday at 10 in the morning and ending at Elliott Park at noon. My mom will have bottles of water and popsicles at the splash pad for anyone who wanted to join. I can't wait to turn 9 and keep my community cleaner at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you. And with that, that concludes this meeting.
We will now call to order the special call meeting of the Muskogee City Council for August 15th, 2022. Roll call.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout.
Here.
Alex Reynolds.
Here.
Stephanie Jones. Here. Tracy McGee.
Here.
Tracy Hoos.
Here.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Pearlie Boyati Craig.
Here.
Thank you. Item number 1.
Consider approval of additional funding for the Muskogee City County Port Authority in the fiscal year 23 budget, as well as authorize an amendment to the agreement with the City of Muskogee or take other necessary action.
Council, this is my agenda item. We've had several conversations over lunch meetings or individual meetings with members of the Muskogee City County Port Authority. They are asking for a marginal increase in their budget that will help them accomplish several things, particularly the development of a new website, the marketing and media relations campaign that they are prepared to execute. That in itself has already loaned itself to us to be able to participate with them, because they are very willing to include with that work or outcome information pertaining directly to the City of Muskogee, particularly to the activities of Muskogee Redevelopment Authority. And we've had ample conversation, one-on-one discussions with this item, and based on their presentation last week and the work that they are doing to move our industrial economic development program forward. I'm happy to present this item on tonight, and barring any other conversations, discussion from members of the council, I recommend approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on item number 1. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Mayor, for purposes of clarity, do we know what amount we're talking about?
The 7.
Was it the amount?
$70,925 for FY23.
For a total of
$480,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that correct, Ms. Director? Thank you. Further discussion or corrections?
I just had a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When we were in the meeting at the Martin Luther King Center, and we were doing the budget, this meet our budget, Jennifer? Because you know, when people were asking for money, we were very reserved on giving extra dollars. So I'm saying at this point, can you explain a little bit?
Yes, this function is funded through the Economic Development Fund, which does have adequate funding to reach the 70,000 extra.
Okay. Thank you.
Further discussion? Roll call.
Pearlie Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the item passes. Item number 2.
Mayor, before we go any further, the second part of that references an amendment to the contract, but that was not as part of your motion.
I
So-
will make a second motion to the amendment.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to the amendment. Any further discussion?
Yes, can we get what the change is, what it says now, and what it is to be, Roy?
As best I know, Councilor McGee, yes. From what the information that I was told is that there was a desire amongst council and possibly our friends at the port to modify the language in the current contract, which was originally executed March 28th of 2011 and has been auto-renewing ever since. What the contract provides is that the council agrees to allocate funding to the port in the amount specified in their approved budget. And if the council fails to do so, then the contract ceases at the end of the fiscal year. And so the proposal, as I was alerted, was to soften that language to make it less of a take it or leave it. Most of our contracts with our partners provide that they submit a budget to us, we have conversations, and then we agree on a budget that will be presented to the council. The way that this was written is a take it or leave it, and so the proposal is to authorize an amendment to modify the language so that it comes in line with our other partnership agreements, whereby the port would submit a budget to us, we would negotiate depending on what our funding is, and then make a recommendation for approval, thereby taking away the take it or leave it provision of that contract.
Okay.
Is that a fair statement, Mayor?
Yes.
So let me just make sure I understand. So if the port comes and say our budget is $500,000,
We say yes, or the contract's over, right now.
we say yes and the contract's over?
Or the contract's over, if we don't say yes.
Oh, so we say no, the contract's over?
Correct.
Okay, so with the amendment, you have room to negotiate, is that?
And discuss, absolutely.
Okay, I understand that.
Further discussion on the amendment motion? Roll call.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, the language on the amendment passes. Item number 2.
Consider an executive session to discuss and take possible action on the following. A, pursuant to Section 307B2, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss negotiations with the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Local Number 2465, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. B, pursuant to Section 307B2, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss negotiations with the International Association of Firefighters, Local Number 57, and if necessary, take appropriate action in open session. C, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, consider convening an executive session to discuss the lawsuit styled Darwin, England versus City of Muskogee, CJ 200720, Deary Vaughn versus City of Muskogee, CJ 20071371, Elaine Taff versus City of Muskogee, CJ 20071410, and James Lacey versus City of Muskogee, CJ 20071377, filed in the District Court in and for Muskogee County, Oklahoma, and if appropriate, take necessary action in open session.
We will now entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Move for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to go into executive session. Roll call.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, we will now convene into executive session. All of those who are not party to those items, we ask that you excuse yourself from the chambers at this time. We will now reconvene from executive session. Roll call.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Here.
Jamie Stout.
Here.
Alex Reynolds.
Here.
Stephanie Jones.
Here.
Tracy McGee.
Here.
Tracy Hoos.
Here.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Here.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Here.
Mr. Tucker.
Item 2A, pursuant to Section 307B2, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the City Council convened an executive session to discuss negotiations with the American Federation of State, County, Municipal Employees, Local Number 2465. After being briefed on the status of those negotiations, I think an appropriate motion would be to approve authorizing a counteroffer as discussed in executive session.
Do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on item A. Roll call.
Perlin Boyotti Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hoos.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Derek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes. Mr. Tucker.
Item B, pursuant to Section 307B2, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the council did convene an executive session to discuss ongoing negotiations with the International Association of Firefighters Local Number 57. After being briefed on the status of those ongoing negotiations, no action is necessary at this time. Item C, pursuant to Section 307B4, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the council convened an executive session to discuss the lawsuit styled England versus City, Vaughn versus City, Taft versus City, and Lacey versus City, all filed with the District Court in and for Muskogee County. Based on the report from the mediation, as well as an update on the other cases, besides the Vaughn case, I think an appropriate motion would be to authorize entry into a settlement agreement in Vaughn et al. Versus City of Muskogee, CJ 2007-1371, Muskogee County District Court, within the terms discussed in executive session.
Do we have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on that item. Roll call.
Pearlie Boyati Craig.
Yes.
Shirley Hilton Flannery.
Yes.
Tracy Hous.
Yes.
Tracy McGee.
Yes.
Stephanie Jones.
Yes.
Alex Reynolds.
Yes.
Jamie Stout.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Jarek Reed.
Yes.
Mayor Marlon Coleman.
Yes, that was our final item for tonight, and we are adjourned.